Hello. I hope you're doing well. And if not, I at least hope that your night improves. So, tonight we're going to be using one of my favorite decks. Because I wanted something that had more gentle vibes tonight. We're using one of my favorite decks that I haven't used in ages. That being the Cat Meme Tarot deck, which is just a Major Arcana, but if I want Minor Arcana, I can just toss in a playing card deck. Because you can use playing card decks as tarot cards, minus the Major Arcana. The Cat Meme Tarot is wonderful and silly and lighthearted, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. And I wanted to implement that tonight into shadow work readings because shadow work doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be super serious. You can be gentle with yourself and still do shadow work. The affirmation is perfectly going in line with tonight's vibes. I love that. Even the affirmations are on board. Love it. But yes, so we're using Thera-pets as our affirmation deck tonight. The most gentle oracle deck that I have right now is the Moonwitch Oracle. And we're going to be using silly Cat Meme Tarot deck. Cause why the fuck not? I love these cards. I love these cards. Like, look right there at the one that's on the bottom. It's a perfect encapsulation of this deck and how goofy it is. Look at it. Look at it. I love it. Oh, long cat tower cat is great. I gotta say my favorite in this deck is probably the Star and also Justice, I believe it is. The Tower is also pretty great too, and so is the Sun, because it's Praise the Sun pose, which is also fantastic. Oh yeah, Death is also pretty great. Also, love Chunky Empress. Love her. And there's the Justice. Loops. There's the Star. Look at that wonderful kitty. You tell me that's not the best damn star card that you've ever seen. But yes, so we're doing this tonight. Do we want to add in Minor Arcana into the mix? Since this is a major only deck. Should we add in Minor Arcana? I'll prepare it just in case. Still not sure. But we'll add in Minor Arcana minus the court cards. I would do court cards, but these are playing cards that are unmarked. So I would have no way to add in extra cards for the missing page. Because playing cards can be used as oops. Oh no, that was right. Okay. Playing cards can be used as Minor Arcana. Of course. So I forgot to put those in the box. As well as these. So, if we want minors, well, Minor Arcana. I'd hope if I could talk. We'll add these into the mix. Alright. So let's go ahead and get into our collection. And I will use... Okay. Apparently they're saying 2 major arcana right now. Oh, no, that's 3. I was gonna say, if we do... For the collective, I'll do like 1 major and a couple of minor, but no. They said all majors. Alright. Okay. We have the Magician reversed, the Lovers, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's been so long since I've used these and I forgot how adorable they are. So there's definitely just kind of a bit of a lack of belief here in yourself with that Magician reversed card, or just a lack of belief that a lack of belief that you have what it takes to just kind of get what it is that you want here, to create what it is that you want with whatever it is that you're aiming for currently. And this might be in regards to just kind of connection, whether that be romantic or even just friendship. The Lovers can signify any sort of significant connection with another person. It's just that it frequently ends up being romantic. So, don't get too down on yourself, and don't be too like hard on yourself about like fixing this situation, mending this situation, or, you know, just finding this place in the first place. Just kind of stay positive about things. Okay? Don't get too bogged down in all of the... Don't get too bogged down in all the things that happened in the past. Don't get too bogged down by all the negativity, okay? And know that things will turn the corner here, okay? Turn the corner into a better cycle here with this Wheel of Fortune card. Hi, Bree. I hope you're doing well. So, know that what you're working towards together. Know that what you're working towards together here is possible, okay? Or if you're looking to, again, find this in the first place. Have a positive outlook on things. Remember that things can always go better than you expect them to, so don't get bogged down in all that negativity and all the what if. Yeah. I know it's definitely very relevant to you right now. Eh. Okay. I'm gonna take that one. Let's get another here. We have Moonflower and Transformation. Moonflower, bloom even if no one is watching, and Transformation, shed, let go, make room for greatness. Okay. Moonflower, bloom even if no one is watching. Who are you in your quietest moments? Who are you when no one is looking? What ignites your soul? What are you most passionate about? The Moonflower endures the strength of all elements and experiences so much hardship, using only moonlight to grow. Yet she is incredibly beautiful. She blooms silently for no one but herself. Growth is never linear. For every step forward, sometimes you fall 2 steps back. Do not worry about what you cannot control, such as the judgment of others. We got that reading yesterday, thank you. For the collective I posted on Coffee. And on Patreon. Thank you. Thank you. What matters is your progress. Work on your growth. Stay true to yourself. Master your craft and be the best version of yourself. Just like the Moonflower, bloom in silence. Every success and story starts with you. Everything else will follow. Ritual of the Moonflower. Sit down with a pen and paper and ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I could not fail? If you knew the universe supported your beginnings, would you be brave enough to live your life to the fullest? Oh boy. And Transformation, shed, let go. Make room for greatness. When something no longer serves you, it holds you back from achieving your full potential. We all have a set of beliefs, habits, goals, ideas, layers, and masks that we grew up with. These are typically things society projected onto us. They feel familiar and safe. But as you shift your focus and change directions, many things are no longer helpful. It's okay to let them go. It is okay to admit that something no longer serves you. It is okay to change. Change is required for growth. Take an honest look at all areas of your life. Health, career, relationships, spirituality. Is there something that is holding you back? Is there something you want, but you are scared to let go of? Be gentle with yourself. Growth can be painful, but it is always worth it in the end. There is so much potential and greatness within you. Do not let anything or anyone stop you from achieving your dreams and your highest self. Well. Oh boy. Alrighty. Wait. That can be a bit of a pain in the shovel sometimes. Why? 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 Whomst? Why do we always get this one? Why do we always get this one? We always get this. Every time I use this deck. They really want us to embrace the Blueberry Fairy Princess, man. They're really saying, be your fruity self. Stop calling yourself garbage. You're a Blueberry Fairy Princess. You are amazing. Okay. Great. And again, what I said about that negativity earlier here. Here's a friendly reminder that the negative voice in your head is not you, and you are actually completely delightful. So don't listen to that judgmental bitch. Okay. So for whoever needed to hear that message, I hope it helps. Hope it helps. It's certainly quite a starting collective there, thank you. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna do one more collective. This time, I mean, unless they give us like 3 fucking cards again. This time, we're gonna do 1 from this, then we're gonna pull in Minor Arcana, because this is a major only deck. We're gonna pull in Minor Arcana with playing cards. So. Alright, so. What else do you have for us? And can we stick to like 1 fucking major, please? Okay. That was 1. Thank you. Okay. Because these are unmarked cards, they're gonna be upright. There are no reversals for these because I haven't marked these. But let's see what they got. That was sideways. I guess that's a way to say if they want us to call on like both sides of the energy, so thanks. One more card, come on. Okay. You might just have to do another major. Because I'm not sure they're gonna give us another one. Okay, no, there's another one. Thank you. So. Spades would be swords. And this one was sideways. We'll look at that one in a moment. We got the fucking lovers reversed. We just had that upright. We got the lovers reversed. Okay. Now what's the one that wants to call on both sides? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? We got 9 of Swords and 7 of Swords. Fuck! And this one's calling on both sides. The 9 of Swords is. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. So. Okay. So. There's an element here of just kind of needing to communicate, okay, with this lover's reversed energy, okay? There's a need here to communicate and express what's actually going on with you, because no one will know unless you actually talk about it, okay? They can't know unless you actually state what's going on. Whether that's stating your intentions or just communicating something you need from someone, or yeah, okay, communicate, okay. Don't let this anxiety get in your way here, okay, with the 9 of Swords energy, okay? It's time to release that anxiety and all of the just kind of like fears and worries and like doubts, self-doubts, and imposter syndrome, okay? If you're dealing with that as well. Okay? Do your best to release that and work through that. Okay? No more looking over your shoulder. No more looking over your shoulder, waiting for... No more looking over your shoulder, waiting for the hits to come, waiting for things to go wrong, okay? Because 7 of Swords is like a self-sabotage energy. It's a self-sabotage energy, okay? It can be the consequences of your own actions coming to bite you back in the ass, but... It's mostly just self-sabotage energy, okay? And the most frequent form of self-sabotage that we engage in without realizing that it's self-sabotage is when things start going well for us, we kind of start telling ourselves, well, that's not gonna last, something's gonna go wrong. Yeah, that's self-sabotage. Precisely. It's like, oh, it's too good to be true. That can't possibly be true. That can't be right. Something's gotta be up here. Something's gonna go wrong. Okay? Like, no. This good shit can't happen. This doesn't happen to me. No. The most common form of self-sabotage that we engage in is that. I'm so sorry. So sorry to both of you. You, Bree, and also you, Kai. I'm sorry. But yes, that's the most common form of self-sabotage that we engage in without realizing that it's actually kind of a form of self-sabotage. Okay? It's again that energy of just looking over your shoulder, waiting for the hit to come, waiting for the invisible enemy, the invisible obstacle to present itself, okay? It's waiting for things to go wrong. And so when we're in that headspace, we're not enjoying the good while it's there. Because we're just constantly waiting for it to go wrong, to turn sour. And yes, I am guilty of this. I am very guilty of this. I do this shit to myself all of the time. I do this shit all the time. So, it's time to release that, okay? Time to release that. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Let's get into the oracle cards here. I'm doing well. How are you? And thank you for asking. Yep. There. Yep. That's good at least. Full moon. Harvest the fruits of your hard work. That's fitting. Yeah. I know that feeling. Oof. Darn hiccups. Okay. The full moon is the time when everything comes to the surface. Your efforts, actions, and emotions. Nothing and no one can escape from the all-seeing eye of the full moon. This is the peak of the cycle. You are being called to look back at the past month and examine your growth and achievements. That's going very in line with your affirmation there earlier. Agree. Did your seeds come to fruition? Did you manifest everything you desired? If so, this is the time for celebrating, honoring, and treating yourself. If something did not manifest, shine the bright light of the full moon on it and look closely. Did you put in enough effort? Is this something you truly desire? What could you have done better? Pause and reflect. It is important to remember this is not a time for being hard on yourself or becoming attached to the results. Learn the lesson, let go, and celebrate yourself. You are doing the best you can. Okay. Let's... The queue will be open later. I'm doing collectives currently. I'll be opening the queue right after I finish this. Okay, well that one just like shot up and almost hit me in the face. Okay, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be scared. You will succeed in spite of these feelings. Going in very, very in line with that fucking Nine of Swords energy. Alrighty. Hold on a minute. I forgot to open my fucking... forgot to open my dashboard so I can see my cube and stuff. Okay. Oops, that was... there we go. Okay, so. Okay. I'll see you later, Egg. Also, I think I forgot to say hi to you, but hi, and also bye. But thanks for stopping by, Egg. We'll see you later. Alright. Let me go ahead and go open Q there. Okay, Q is open. And as a reminder, we're doing, how did you manage to get in ahead of her, Adam? On my screen, it showed her message coming in before yours. But, as a reminder, tonight we'll be doing, shadow work readings. And tonight I'll just be asking, what needs to be released, essentially. So. I mean, most of my readings are usually centered around, are usually within the context of shadow work anyway, but tonight we're just focusing on shadow work. Me. Yeah, I usually don't take questions, but it does depend on what the question is. Okay, so Adam, I guess you are up first. So, are you ready? Okay. Do you want Minor Arcana brought in? I'll give you a choice on if you want Major and Minor used. Okay. Alright, Adam, let's see. What needs to be released here for you. Okay. Want to be... Stop going sideways. It's still... It's mostly upright, but it's... Okay, fuck it. It's It's mostly sideways anyway, so it's just calling on both of them. Both sides of the energy, I guess. It depends on the reader, how the reader interprets it. For me, it usually indicates that it's calling on both sides of the energy. There's no one way to interpret cards, there's no one way to read tarot, and there isn't a right or wrong way to read tarot. Depends entirely on the reader themselves. Oh boy. We got the Two of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So. Definitely just kind of... with that reversal of the sun being called on and stuff, there's definitely that energy of just kind of like being stuck in a pit of depression, and there is kind of like an element there of heartbreak, okay? Particularly with like the Two of Cups coming in here. So there's just this pit of darkness, okay? Of just depression, of negativity, of heartbreak, and a lot of just, you know, like, not so great emotions that you're just kind of like sitting in, that you're probably feeling a bit stuck in right now, okay? And it's kind of causing you to just kind of doubt yourself, and you're only focusing on like the negatives, okay? And not really seeing the positives in the situation here. And you're not really allowing yourself to be happy in this situation because you're not focusing on the positives. Because you're being really hard on yourself about it, okay? You're stuck on this just kind of this connection here, okay? This relationship. And everything that went wrong with it. And just focusing on all of the negatives of the situation here, and being really hard on yourself about things when that's not something that you need to be doing, and it's not something you deserve. There's no reason for you to be hard on yourself. There's no reason for you to be harsh with yourself, okay? There's... and part of the reason why you're just kind of like being hard on yourself is because you feel like you're not progressing. You feel like you're not making progress, okay? You feel like the work you're putting in isn't really paying off. Like, it's not really going anywhere, okay? Which is causing you to feel stuck, okay? So what needs to be released here is just kind of Release the things that are no longer serving you here, okay? Reflect on the situation here about like what is working in this situation for you and what it is that you like really want to see out of this situation. Remember not to get too attached to outcome or the end goal here, okay? You want to be focusing on yourself and essentially healing from the situation, okay? Familiar. Listen and learn. Okay. So. Let's see what that has to say. Wherever it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. Familiar. Listen and learn. A familiar is your guiding spirit, angel, totem, higher power, friend, or teacher. It carries wisdom and brings attention to the aspects of your life that need acknowledgement, exploration, or change, but only if you are willing to listen. Your familiar is your messenger. Some people spend their lifetime searching for their familiar, while others are born with confident knowledge of the details of theirs. Your familiar is the embodiment of your subconscious mind. Okay, so, essentially, there. Okay. So there's a little section here that's called Rituals for Familiars. I'm just gonna read the first part of this. But before I get into that, though, the core of this message is it is tying into that Seven of Pentacles energy a little bit about like reflecting and learning the lessons from this situation here, okay? But also, this card is bringing in the energy too of just kind of paying attention to signs that are presenting themselves to you here. Okay. What message is being repeated to you? What do you keep seeing over and over? Or hearing over and over? Ritual for familiars. I want to read this first part of the section. If your familiar has not revealed itself yet, spend time outside, observe your surroundings, and pay attention to your dreams. You might be surprised to find a recurring animal present. Take note of repetitive encounters with animals as well, whether in physical or symbolic form, such as an object or image. Repetition may be a sign. You may also meditate on the details of your familiar. No matter what method you choose, be sure to not force anything. Your familiar will reveal itself when you are ready. So, If you have already found your familiar, research the archetypal traits, qualities, and patterns your animal guide embodies. This will assist you in becoming more aware of its presence, so you may start to understand which signs are messages. The traits of your familiar can have a profound impact on your life and often teach you lessons you may have otherwise missed. You can also work with your familiar through meditation or prayer, asking it to show you a sign or provide guidance. So, again, look out for like repeated signs. Look out for repeated signs. Where is repetition occurring in your life? Is there something you're seeing over and over? Some symbol? And also, again, what message is being repeated to you? So, yes, that one is being repeated to you a lot lately. So, yes. Thera-pets deck. Here we are. Okay. Oh yeah, isn't that one that's repeated for you? Taking care of yourself? Self-care the crap out of life and you'll get through okay. Self-care being the key there, okay? Particularly this part here. Okay, self. Focus on you. Again. Focus on you. Do things for you, not for any other reason. So, release that need to be harsh on yourself and do your best to see the good that's still around you and the good that is still present in this situation, okay? Don't focus on the things that went wrong. Don't focus on the things that are gonna get you nowhere. You can't change what happened in the past. Learning from those mistakes in the past, though. Yes. You can't change the past, but you can learn from it. So, reflect on what that situation still has to teach you. And pay attention to the repeated signs and messages. So I hope that message helps. Kate. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. Of course that card's on the bottom. Okay. Let me just take a drink here really quick, Bree. Also, would you like Minor Arcana as well? Okay. Oops, sorry if that was loud. Alright. Alright, let's see what I have for you, Bree. What needs to be released. Also, Adam, if I haven't closed it by then, would you remind me to close the queue at like 6:45? Because I don't want to push myself too much today, because I do actually want to try to keep this stream relatively short-ish, because I do still have things that I need to do. I'm also still kind of tired. So, if I want to get that done, I don't want to push myself too far here. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Second card landed over there. So we have the Ace of Swords. Not the fucking Nine of Swords again. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, yeah. Oh no, you'll still be fine, Kazi. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I don't know if it's Kazi or Cozy. I'm assuming it's Kazi. You'll be fine. Like, I'm still fine. I just don't want to push myself too far. Cause like, if I go too long, I'll start getting tired and then I won't have the energy to actually go do things that I need to do. You're still fine. I just need to make sure to close the queue not cue the close. Close the queue. Probably before or around 7, so I can just have a so I can just have a somewhat short stream and just cut it off when I need to. So because I need to go, like, I need to go do a little cleaning. I need to go load the dishwasher, and I should probably try to clean my bathroom. Well, technically, cue the close isn't too far off because I like to issue a last call. And I'm going to issue a last call at around like 6:45. I don't actually want to close it then. I usually issue a last call for queue so that if there's someone who wants to get in, they still have a chance to do so while I leave it open for a few more minutes and then close it. So I am queuing the close before I close the queue. But, yeah. So, you know those anxieties and worries and fears that you were talking about in that second collective earlier, Bree? Yeah. They, as you said, they really did want to make that point clear. Okay. Release the fears. Okay, release the worries. Okay. There is a change coming. There is a shift coming. Okay. But you can create a little... It's not necessarily like fully a resistance to change, but it's kind of like fearing. You're creating a bit of resistance to change by letting fear that that change isn't coming. Get in your way a little bit here, okay. Okay, there is a shift coming here, okay? There is a change. So, you can... You can kind of help yourself embrace that by just kind of trying to push back against those fears, against those anxieties and those worries, okay? Again, going in line with like that self-sabotage earlier, okay? Don't get too in your head about this, okay? And just keep like repeating to yourself that like it's not gonna work out, okay? Nothing's going to change. This isn't possible, it's not gonna happen. Do your best to release those and push back against those fears and anxieties and worries, okay? Like, I know, like, I know it's easier said than done, okay? And I know, like, shit fucking sucks right now. It's not going the best, okay? But you are beginning to see evidence of these small changes, okay? And it's these small changes that are building up to something bigger, okay? Like, definitely just kind of have to trust the process here a little bit, but don't tell yourself it's over before it's actually over, okay? So, get out of your head a little bit here, okay? Don't let this get the better of you, and try to choose a new, combat these anxieties with a different perspective, okay? If you find yourself worrying that things aren't going to work out, remind yourself, but what if it goes better than I expect it to? You know, like, if you want, if you can't get rid of the what ifs, all the what ifs, like what if it goes wrong, what if it doesn't work out, remind yourself, okay, yeah, but what if it does? What if it does work? What if it goes better than I expect? What if it goes better than I could have possibly imagined? We don't know yet. So, shut the fuck up. There's a quote that comes to mind. Fucking, who was it that said it? Was it John Lennon? Like, everything, something along the lines of, like, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay yet, it's not the end. I forget the exact quote. Really? 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 Okay. Alright. We have transformation, shed, let go, make room for greatness. When something no longer serves you, it holds you back from achieving your full potential. We all have a set of beliefs, habits, goals, ideas, layers, and masks that we grow up with. These are typically things that society projected onto us. Society and our parents. Parents being a very, very big factor in what shapes our view of the world. As I like to say very frequently, we're all essentially products of the environment that we grew up in. Like our literal environment that we grew up in, and also our parents and our upbringing. The way that we were raised. That includes, you know, like our physical environment. Yeah, exactly. They're the ones that program you. Yep, and they themselves were programmed to be that way by their own parents, and that's why it's a very vicious cycle to break out of. Because it can be hard to see that there's a different way. But essentially, as I was saying, like, our environment literally being like our physical environment, the place that we grew up in, including the home, location, the state of the world that we grew up in, the society that we grew up in, and our parents. No, but you can change yourself. You can't change your past, but you can change yourself to create a better future. You can do your best to essentially break free of those chains, those limitations. And that's essentially what shadow work is. It's exploring the ways in which you were, by your upbringing, programmed to be. But, where was I? Oh yeah, these are typically things that society projected onto us. But it's not limited, as I was saying, it's not limited to society. They feel familiar and safe, but as you shift your focus and change directions, many things are no longer helpful. It is okay to let them go. It is okay to admit that something no longer serves you. It is okay to change. Change is required for growth. Which is all going very, very in line with the death card there. Take an honest look at all areas of your life. Health, career, relationships, spirituality. Is there something that is holding you back? Is there something you want but you are scared to let go of? Be gentle with yourself. Growth can be painful, but it is always worth it in the end. There is so much potential for greatness within you. Do not let anything or anyone stop you from achieving your dreams and your highest self. So, let go of what doesn't serve you anymore is overall the core message of this card, which ties very well in with that death card. So. Yeah, no, that's spot on with the death card, yeah. That's absolutely spot on with the death card. The death card is a card of transformation. Which is why I just kind of went, what the fuck, when this one pops out. Because it's only emphasizing that death card. This card is the card of change. The death card. And there is that element too of like letting go of what like doesn't serve you. There is that element there. So this card is just really, really emphasizing the death card here. Alrighty, and then we got your Thera-pets card here. Man. Darn it. Thank you for reminding me. I was not paying attention to the clock. Let me go ahead and issue a last call for Q here. I'll leave it open for a few more minutes here. I'll cut it off probably like 6:50. So about 4-ish minutes. Okay? I'll leave it open for about 4 more minutes. You can go ahead and close the queue for me in 4 minutes at like 6:50 if I don't close it by then, okay, Adam? So, if anyone would still like to join, if there's anyone still waiting, still deciding, you may go ahead and do so. For the next 4-ish minutes. Okay. Let's give this another... Which redeem would be best for asking essentially it? Not a matter of if, but how. That is a good question. Because I would say the Illuminator's Amulet might give good pointers on that, but it does best with yes or no questions, but it does more than yes or no questions as well. That's a good question. Let me ask you this. Is there a specific deck that you feel called to right now? You can type the choose command if you want to be reminded of the deck list. If there's a specific deck right now that's calling to you, do a redeem for that type of deck. So if it's just an Oracle deck, do a redeem for that. If it's a specific tarot deck that's calling to you, redeem a tarot card pull. And if it's one of the affirmation decks, because all my affirmation decks, well, aside from like one or two perhaps, all of my affirmation decks have their own like individual redeems. So whichever deck is calling to you. Me? Okay. Hold on a second. My goodness. This deck is being a pain in the butt right now. Trying to shuffle it. Okay. Which tarot deck would you like used? I'll let you choose the deck. Because I'm assuming there was a specific deck that was calling to you, so just let me know which one. They're apparently being really picky about this card. I'm gonna guess it's a star spinner. Yeah. And there we get fucking a card from the Thera-pets deck, finally. Oh. Whatever happens today, you will make it through. So, no matter what does happen with the situation, like, you'll make it through it, okay? Just keep reminding yourself of that situation. As I said earlier, that quote that came to mind, in the end, everything will get better. If it's not better yet, it's not the end. I'm pretty sure that's a John Lennon quote, but I can't fucking remember that either. And I'm probably not getting the quote exactly right either. So. Okay, so let me ask you this then. What question do you want to ask specifically? Like, are you asking in how to release it, how to release this anxiety, or how to bring about this change? Okay. How to bring about the change. I swear to fuck if we get a sassy ass answer. We kinda did. We very much did. This is the Four of Cups reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. It's literally like opening yourself up. Yes, go ahead and close the queue. It's literally opening yourself up. The Four of Cups reversed is about opening yourself up to, like, saying yes to things. It's about opening yourself up. Upright, it's about, like, closing yourself off and saying no to opportunities that are presenting themselves to you, because usually coming from a place of just kind of dissatisfaction and a sense of, like, disillusion because things aren't going the way that you want them to. Reversed, though, this is being in the place where you're comfortable, like, saying yes and opening up to opportunities again, and opening yourself up to just opening yourself up to things again. Like, the answer here is literally open yourself up. Open yourself up. Say yes to opportunities that present themselves when they feel aligned with you, when they feel right, and don't it's again like tying into that energy here of, you know, like, closing yourself off to change. Open yourself up to it. Keep yourself open to the possibility that things can go better than you expect, rather than telling yourself, like, things haven't gone the way that I wanted them to anyway, so, like, it's not gonna fucking happen. Open yourself up. Okay? Stay open to things. Open yourself up to the possibility that things can go better than you expect. And yeah, just stay open. So, I hope that message helped. Of course. And also, thank you for closing queue, by the way, Adam. Oops. Okay. It's your turn, Kazi. Okay. I know you did say that you had a question, earlier. Like I said, I typically don't take questions. I will take questions occasionally, depending on what they are, though, as you saw. It just depends on entirely on what it is. So, if you want to let me know what your question is. Sure, that's perfectly fine too. Okay, let's see what we got for you here about what needs to be released. There we go. What needs to be released for you here, Kazi? Okay. We have strength reversed. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask. That's what I'm forgetting. Did you want Minor Arcana added? Or do you just want the majors from the cat meme tarot? You want Minor Arcana? Okay. I typically do all major and minor. They both have things to say and they both add something significant, so. But I know not everyone likes having it goes both ways. Not everyone likes only being read with major arcana, and not everyone likes having minor arcana. They prefer to just have like major. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I just closed my queue a few minutes ago. So essentially there's a situation here, that's just kind of proving to be difficult in some way, whether that's like the process itself, or it's just like obstacles getting in the way here, okay? But there's a situation here that's just kind of like proving to be difficult. That's essentially just kind of making you want to give up. It's just kind of making you want to give up here, okay? Or just kind of feeling like you don't have what it takes to essentially just see it through and carry through this situation. And that may just be life in general, or just a very specific, like, thing that you're working towards. Because I know, you know, for a lot of us, just general state of things is just kind of making so many of us not want to just, like, do anything. Making us not want to just go after the things that we want and chase our dreams, because we just kind of feel like there is no point to doing it when, like, shit's fucked. But also, yeah, this could just be in general. Rather not in general about, like, life, but also just, like, about a specific situation or something that you're working towards. And so just what needs to be worked with here and what needs to be released here is that sense of just kind of wanting to give up on things, okay? Especially if you're in a place of not seeing a point to doing them. Because, you know, shit's fucked. Like, that's a message that's been coming up for a lot of us lately, is that, you know, like, not to let the state of the world in general get us down, because like, if anything, that's more of a reason to actually go after the things that you want. Because if shit's fucked anyway, and, you know, like, things aren't gonna last much longer, that's even more reason to just fucking do it and go after what you want. But, you know, it's best not to just kind of give in to those, like, feelings of doom and gloom and all that sort of shit. But regardless, there is no time for anything else. And that's a message that's been coming up a lot lately, for just in general. Like, it comes up a lot in, like, the collectives. It's come up a few times for, like, individual readings too, for, like, specific people. So it's a message that they just kind of want to hammer home for, like, so many of us right now. And I definitely am one of those people that just kind of just gets discouraged by, like, everything that's going on, and definitely feeling like there's not a point. But anyway, so no matter what it is that is causing you, what situation it is that you're feeling like this in, okay? Whether it be life in general or just a specific situation, okay? Or something that you're working towards. try to work through that feeling of just kind of wanting to give up. Okay? Don't tell yourself that there isn't a point to doing things. There is more hard work. Like, there is more work that needs to be done, and it's hard. Yes. Like, it might potentially be, like, hard work here, okay? With that, like, Eight of Pentacles energy. Like, there's still some work to be put in, and there's still, like, some potentially hard work that needs to be put in, okay? But you need to remember the reason that you're doing this, okay? And that reason is you. Do it for you, okay? There is value to going after the things that you want, no matter what the state of the world is like, no matter what people tell you, okay? There is reason to go after the things that you want. So don't get too in your head about, like, the situation. Don't let outside external factors skew your view and your perspective of things, okay? And when you're working on shifting your own perspective, because perspective is a fucking word that keeps coming up here for this Ace of Swords energy. Working on shifting your own perspective and, like, breaking out of, like, those, like, old habits and those old views and that old patterning is difficult. It's fucking hard work, okay? It's difficult, and it's usually a lifelong journey, unfortunately. But there is still value in it, okay? Because it's choosing you, okay? It is choosing you, choosing yourself, putting the work in to better yourself, to help yourself grow, okay? There is value in that because you are worth it. You are worth the effort. And as someone who very much knows that feeling and has been in this place of just wanting to give up to the point of wanting to literally call it quits. No. Okay? No. Choose yourself. And I know that it's hard to do that. Okay? I still struggle with that occasionally. But that is one of the biggest ways that you can show yourself love, okay? Choose yourself. By not giving in to that. Nothing else matters. And I know that sounds stupid. And when you're in that, like, dark place, it sounds even stupider. Nothing else matters. The external does not matter. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I've been there a lot in my life. And I definitely very much feel like I do not know how to actually show myself love and care for myself. So it's you're not alone in that, okay? You're not alone in that. I promise you there are other people who feel the same way. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You're fine. You're fine. Like, I'm just gonna state this now so that you know, okay? Like, what you're doing right now is fine, okay? You're not going into trauma dumping territory, okay? Trauma dumping is when you're like sharing too many details about things and just kind of, it gets really heavy really quick. And it can start making people uncomfortable really quick. That's not what you're doing, so don't worry about it, okay? So, like, it can be a delicate balance sometimes, okay? So, don't worry about that, okay? I just want to make that very clear. Don't worry about that. And don't let that fear get in your way here, okay? Yeah. And suffering through those alone is very difficult. I know. I've dealt with depression for most of my life, and for a chunk of that, it was a very dark hole in my life. And it was within the past probably year or so. Probably closer to a year and a half at this point. Honestly, actually, it's probably closer to two years at this point. I've kind of been struggling with dealing with those like really intense, heavy like form of depression that just kind of, yeah. And those feelings can be really, really hard to deal with, and when you're dealing with those and trying to take other people's feelings into consideration, it can be really, really easy to feel like you're alone because you don't want to burden too many people with the things that you're dealing with. And sometimes you don't have people who will actually be there to burden in the first place. Yeah. Hey. You know what they say, okay? The helpers are often the ones that need help the most, because they know what it's like to not have that help. Okay? Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with accepting help, okay? There really isn't. But I know that can be really, really fucking hard to do. Okay? I know that can be really, really fucking hard to do. But just know that you're not alone in suffering through those feelings, okay? Know that you're not alone in that. There are other people who know what it's like, who go through similar feelings, okay? And there will be people out there who understand, okay? They might not quite ever understand everything completely because our struggles are unique to ourselves. Everyone struggles differently, even under the same circumstances. So they may never quite understand the way that it's affected you, but they can still understand what it's like to go through similar things. So. And I'm sure there is someone out there who would be willing to help you in the ways that you need. Yeah. Yeah. I know what that feeling is like too. But just remember to not let these feelings get the better of you, okay? And I know that's much fucking easier said than done. But remember that remember to not let these feelings get the better of you, okay? Remember that these feelings are not all you are. There is more to you, and there is more to life. There is more outside of those feelings. Yeah. I will tell you from experience, trying to repress those usually ends up making things worse. So, even if you don't have anyone to talk to about the things that you're dealing with right now, I will say that journaling about the things that you're feeling and that you're experiencing can help a bit. It's a way to get them out so that you're not repressing them. Okay. Yeah. But if you want to try taking up a journaling practice, maybe try just kind of getting it out by doing that. And I know it can often feel like journaling isn't helping, but or that it isn't doing anything, or that there's no point to doing it. But journaling can help us process things. Being able to put things into word, to give them form, helps. And if you don't like journaling, if journaling isn't your thing, or writing isn't your thing, try art. Draw, paint. The point is giving those emotions form of some kind. That works too. Music. Absolutely. Putting it into something creative can be helpful, because it gives you an outlet. It helps you process those things. So, yes, if you can do so, and if you're comfortable doing so, yes, absolutely, try to incorporate some of that into your music. giving it form of some kind does help us process things, even when it seems like it's not really helping. It's helping process things. That's what it's about. It's unraveling the tangle of thoughts and emotions. Okay. Oh, there's the booklet. I was like, where the fuck did I put it? Okay. We have magic wand. Focus your energy on one thing. Success comes in many ways, but most of the time success comes from a strong focus. It is no secret that society forces us to multitask. We are expected to do more and achieve more every day. But in reality, by going after too many things at the same time, we spread our energy too thin. As a result, we do not end up achieving much. Multitasking can slow you down. If you want to create a profound change in your life, choose one thing. Deeply focus all your attention on this one thing. You are a creative and passionate soul with brilliant ideas, but you cannot go after everything at once. In fact, you might not excel in any of them if you do not have the time and energy needed to master them. You can achieve anything you want in your life. You have limitless potential. Chase your dreams. Start by doing one project at a time and focusing all your attention and energy on it. Yes. You are. We all are. We all have the power to transform ourselves. To change the very essence of our being. You are no different. So, create. Okay? Create. Focus that energy. Okay? Focus that energy into creative pursuits. Channel it into creative pursuits. Okay? I feel like that's a bit of a fitting card. No one else knows what they're doing either. It's all going to turn out fine. So if you feel like you have no idea what the fuck you're doing, don't worry about it. Also, I just want to state this, by the way. If that question you asked earlier means what I think it does in relation to this card, and literally giving up, on life, I will answer that one for you. No, don't do it. Okay. Now, if that question literally means leaving somewhere, I don't have an answer for you for that one because I don't know your circumstances. But if that question was phrased politely, okay. Okay, good. Yeah. I know that feeling, so. I mean, without consulting the cards, okay, I will say that if you feel like they're only becoming a hindrance to you, and they're damaging you in some way, and you have the ability to be on your own, I would say try getting away from that situation, yes. Because it can be very, very difficult to heal in situations, in living situations that just make our existence even harder and even more of a struggle, okay? And I say this from personal experience. It was only when I got out of that situation that I was able to start processing things, okay? If like literally leaving isn't going to, like, you know, literally upturn your life, and put you in a place of, like, struggle that you're not, ready to face, then, you know, maybe have a more solid plan in place. But if you have the ability right now to just kind of change your living situation in a way that isn't going to put you in harm's way or potentially put you in danger or any of that, then yes, try to get out of that situation and leave it behind, yes. But yeah. Like, I know what it can be like to deal with, like, parents that aren't good for you and actively make your life just worse. And like, I wouldn't say that's irrational per se, to want to just kind of like leave. It's not irrational at all. I would just say make sure that you have some idea of a plan in place, okay? In other words, make sure it's something you can handle. Okay. Oh, I know. I know. I know. That's the word I'm looking for. It's not irrational per se, but it might be a bit impulsive if you don't have, like, a plan in place, okay? Impulsive is the word I was looking for. Just, you know, make sure that you're not going to, make sure that you're not going to leave yourself without, like, a place to stay, okay? Because you don't want to make things worse for yourself either. So, just make sure that you're able to just find, make sure that you're just able to find a place to stay, to live. Okay. But no, wanting to get out of that situation is not irrational. There's a perfectly good reason for, like, perfectly good reason and perfectly understandable reason for wanting to get out of that situation, okay? It is completely rational. But it might be a bit impulsive. But yeah. But anyway, I hope that message helps. Oh, you're fine. There's no need to apologize. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. And genuinely, as someone who understands the situation and was in a similar situation with my own mother, I wish you the best of luck in getting out of that situation as soon as possible. Okay? And I hope that once you're able to escape from that situation, that you're able to begin processing everything that happened. So, I wish you the best of luck on that, okay? Good. And I hope that goes well for you. Oh, interesting. Darn hiccups. Okay, so now we have our closing collective here. Thank you for the reminder. I should actually probably take a drink of water here. All right, let's see. Alright, what message do we want to close this out with? Okay. That card just landed on the floor. I'll pick it up in a minute. I guess we got an extra. Oof. Really? Yeah, good night, Kazi. I always forget how to pronounce your name. Good lord. Good night, Kazi. Thank you for stopping by. You too. We got our friend the Nine of Swords again. This was the floor card. Why did the Nine of Swords throw itself on the floor? Oh boy. Oh. Fuck off. We got the Judgment card. We got Judgment, Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, Four of Swords. So, you're very, very close to just something big here. Some breakthrough, some massive shift to just kind of completing what it is that you want here. Okay? With this Judgment card. Okay? Because that World card is right on the horizon here. This is the card that precedes the World card. in the Major Arcana. Okay, you're very close to that. Okay, so remember, again, remember to release the things that aren't serving you anymore. Leave anything that you don't want to take with you into this new phase. Okay, leave that behind. Know that you're very close, okay? Just know that you're very close. And one of those things that you want to leave behind is that Nine of Swords energy, okay? That anxiety, the fears, the worries, the self-doubt, the imposter syndrome, just all the negative shit. The feeling like you're not good enough, like you're not worth it, like you don't have what it takes, okay? Leave all that shit behind, okay? There are new pathways, new options that will be presented to you in the future, okay? Even if there are no options right now, trust that they will present themselves when the time is right, okay? But also, in combination with this Four of Swords energy, okay? What this is mostly saying to me right now is make sure that you're not getting overwhelmed by everything that's on your plate currently, okay? Make sure you're not getting overwhelmed by everything that's on your plate currently. Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things that... a lot of things that may need to be, like, dealt with, okay? A lot of, like, pathways that you could go down. Currently, just even in, like, your fucking daily life, okay? Make sure you're not getting overwhelmed by everything that's currently on your plate, okay? And make sure to take time to just kind of take a break. Distance yourself from the thing. Ooh, hiccup. Distance yourself from the things that are overwhelming, okay? Distance yourself from the things that are just kind of draining. And take time for yourself. Take time to rest. Take time to relax. Take that necessary distance that you need, okay? To replenish yourself. And don't feel guilty about needing to care for yourself. This combination of cards. Crescent Moon, keep moving forward, you got this. And yes, just go for it. crescent moon. Keep moving forward, you got this. You are being called to keep going, to not give up, and to have faith. The waxing crescent moon represents faith, courage, and the momentum of continuing forward. Life is full of lessons, obstacles, and miracles. Give your dreams and intentions the space and time to bloom and flourish. Even if you are not able to see the fruits of your hard work, do not give up. Keep going. Chase your dreams. To obtain something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. I'm sorry, the opening of that just reminded me of Full Metal Alchemist. I'm sorry. Sometimes this requires challenging yourself or working harder than usual. Sometimes it is being patient and delaying gratification. No matter where you are in your journey, do not give up. Good things are just around the corner. Oh. And then we have the Yes card. Yes, just go for it. It is time to chase your dreams. You are capable of anything you put your mind to. Remember, the universe supports your journey, your ideas, and your intentions. Let the momentum of the universe push you to success. Today is the day to do it. Okay. That card just shot on the floor. Hold on. Why are you suddenly giving me floor cards? Damn it. Okay. Oh, fuck. What in the world? There you go. I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. For whoever needed to hear that, I hope it helps. I also just want to say too, given this card, this one here, okay, about chasing your dreams and about going after what you want. Yes, going after your dreams is hard. It can be fucking hard, okay? But also, well, going along with that, it can be hard work chasing after your dreams, but it's worth it, okay? When it's something that you're choosing to do, it's worth it. When it's something that's fulfilling, when it's something that you truly want, okay, it's worth it, it's rewarding, okay? But just don't forget that that journey can be very hard to get there. But also, remember that you don't need anyone's permission to chase after the things you want, to chase your dreams, okay? You don't need anyone's permission. Other people's opinions don't matter. Okay? They don't matter. So, if it's something that you truly want to do, and something that you truly enjoy doing, go after that shit. But yeah, so anyway, I hope that message helps. Unfortunately, that's where I have to call it so that I can go just kind of take care of things I need to, and also go get food, because I'm hungry. But thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon, but bye for now.